Hello, it's Tara and it's my day 92 of the 100-day challenge. Wow, I asked for some questions. I got a huge number of questions. This is going to be a long video to try and answer nearly all of them, I hope. And also I got my bank card today. That was fast work, wasn't it? So now it is time for Ask and It Shall Be Answered. The questions that you are wanting to have answered are about to be answered. Let's go. Sabine, Polly's Journey, asks what would have happened if Jackson Pollock had met Claude Monet in a creative workshop. I think amazing things. And you know, Pollock's paintings are a lot more controlled than you might imagine. So I think something wonderful would result rather than a big fight. Candy Bill asks, how did King's Cross get its name? Well, I had to look this one up. Apparently there was a statue put up of George IV around 1830. A very large statue, and that's how the area became named King's Cross. Jay, Spiritual Jay, a UK get-together. Absolutely, let's do it. Candy Bill, if you come to London, you go to the Tate Modern, which is on one side of central London. And when you've seen that amazing space of modern art, you get into the riverboat on a lovely summer's day and you travel beautifully down the river, passing all the London landmarks, and then you get off on the other side of London at the Tate Britain and see some older masterpieces. That's my recommendation. Ruth One Like One has asked me, have I had any paradigm shifts? And about 5 years ago, I did an amazing course which really changed the way I thought about myself and who I was, and a lot of people did notice a change in me. And the course, some of you might have heard of it, it's called the Landmark Forum. I actually went on and did 2 more of their courses as well, all excellent. And it's, if you might have heard about it, it's fairly controversial. It's a roller coaster ride of a course, and people come out and make dramatic changes in their life. Now, what I got out of it was I started to understand that I was responsible for my own life, and that going around moaning wasn't going to get me anywhere, and really I was just moaning to have a good old moan. And so when I hear people now say, oh, I can't quit my job, I can't do this, I really understand now that it's a choice. There's no can and can't. You know, we always have a choice. There's consequences, of course, but if you understand that and choosing, and that's been really powerful for me, and I think it's made me a much more open, chilled and accepting, tolerant and responsible person. Sue, Living with Intention, asks, what other activities can one do with Wayne Dyer? And I would say mime. Yes, be Wayne Dyer and mime. Become him. Candy Bill again, which 2 books would I take with me? Well, it would probably be out of these 4. Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Now, I didn't start reading the classics until I was much older, but it's a fabulous book. Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. Amazing book again. I'd quite like to take Perfume by Patrick Suskind, if you know that book. It's a more contemporary piece of writing, and I love it. And finally, could I please take with me a book called Narcissus and Goldman by Hermann Hesse, which is a very lovely book about 2 people travelling 2 very different paths through life. Highly recommended. Baby Lucy IVF, loads of questions. Have I always lived in London? Yes, apart from 3 years when I lived in Leicester to do my graphic design degree, and I had a few months in Connecticut too, which I really enjoyed. Favourite holiday destination? Thailand. I loved it so much more than I thought I was going to, and not only because it was so beautiful and just like 5-star where I was. The people are so happy and they're so respectful of older generations, which I really felt right to me. Favourite food? Well, I have tons of things I like. I quite like crispy duck in the pancakes there. I quite like lamb tagine. And this one might surprise you. One of my absolute favourite things is a nice gourmet cheeseburger and fries. Yeah. If I could go to dinner with a famous person living, well, I don't know how famous he is, but Louis Theroux, I'd love to go to dinner with him. If you don't know him in the States, he is a documentary maker and he gets to meet weird and wonderful people, and he has been out in the States doing stuff. And I did try and invite him out one night, but his press person, I didn't manage to get past his press person. Yes, I've had a go at trying to meet him. Most embarrassing CD in my collection. Do you think I'm going to tell you what that is? I don't know if I've got one actually. Probably not. I love all my music and I'm proud of it. Chris6670 asks, if the speed of light had been slowing down since the Big Bang, would there be any way of knowing it? Well, Chris. And the answer is no. Starship 333 asks which 2 items I would take to a desert island from a list. And I think I would take the print by Edwin Hopper. I'm guessing he might be a cousin of Edward Hopper. And I would take the skates. And there might be a lot of sand around, but maybe I could do something with them. Just take the wheels off and have boots. Another question from Jay, who's my favourite character that I play? I don't think I have a favourite. I love being different characters. However, being blonde is great fun, and I mean being really blonde. And I actually do go out on the odd occasion being blonde and absolutely love it. Oh, and who would I like to be my leading man? I'm guessing I need to choose an actor, so I choose Ewan McGregor because I think he's probably very chilled and lovely. Just guessing though. Oh, and I just meant to add, I was slightly in love with Jake Gyllenhaal after I saw him in Lovely and Amazing. Well, Phil, Freezing Ice Blue, asks which 3 things have transformed my life in the past 12 months. Definitely this challenge. It's had a huge impact. I love it. The second thing would have to be getting on stage with the band and singing, which I never dreamed I would do. And it happened, and it felt great, and it was scary and everything, but it felt like being very alive. The third thing is my lovely family all being back together again. My sister moved back from New Zealand and just had a baby, so we have this incredible family now. Refill Cherie asks, what is my favourite movie and why? Well, I've got lots of favourites, but one of my big time favourites is Donnie Darko. I love that movie. I thought about it for days and days afterwards. And when I got the DVD and watched the director's commentary, I realised that I'd created whole sub-stories to it that he didn't even talk about. So it actually made me get very, very creative watching it. Angela, Mutual Alliances, asks, will I teach her to edit? Yes, there is an editing course running here in around June, July. So if any of you would like to come to London and we'll do a weekend of video editing training, you are very, very welcome. Katie576 asks, do I have a vision statement? Well, I have something that I say to myself, and it's my way of being, the way that I can be every day, and that is that I am courageous, inspirational, and fun. And that's what I aim for every day. Finally, Chris, how many toes is he holding up? Well, you see, Chris, that's another question that's impossible to answer because it depends which way up is for you. Okay, thank you for all your questions. I hope you enjoy my answers. Good night.